Now this is a meeting where I got a criminal trespassing warning, which is good for life. See if you think it was warranted. Here I am up front. I'm right up here speaking. Channel 4, let's pause it right here. Okay. Channel 4 dominant, open the floor to take questions. I raised my hand. She said front row. I was trying to phrase the question before I did to make sure it was appropriate, but I wouldn't allow time to even do that before Gyna Board starts interrupting and saying we're not going to have that. Over here, this woman started filming. I cannot find, I don't know how to contact her. If anybody knows how to reach this woman here, I'd love to get a hold of this video. It would probably have better sound. When the city recorded this, it's a recording from the city, it's terrible. They're from the back of the room. You cannot hear. The mics did not work. You can't hear. I did enhance the sound with what ability I have, but it's still not really clear. And it gets out of control because Gyna starts interrupting right here. And that is a problem right there, where she starts interrupting. She has no business interrupting at all, really, because I'm talking to Dominant. Dominant took the question. I'm talking to her. If I'm phrasing it wrong or saying it wrong, Dominant is perfectly capable of saying you need to rephrase it or that's not appropriate or anything, but she doesn't say any of that. Gyna starts interrupting immediately right here. And this disrupts the meeting right here. This does. Let's go a little bit further here. And if you'll notice, I do have my hand up. I'm talking to her, and Gyna's talking right now. She is saying stuff. You can't hear it here, but she is talking now. Right here. You see Gyna? She's got her hand up. And what she's saying here is, no, Bob. No, Bob. No, Bob. I mean, that's no way for a council member doesn't have to act that way. I'm saying, let me get my point out. And if she doesn't want to take it, fine. That's exactly what I'm saying. This woman over here is filming. She only films this part of the meeting, I believe. And afterwards, after this incident happens, you don't see her doing any more filming. I still would love to get a hold of this. This might help somewhat. And let me point out something right here. In this room full of people right here, and this is the director of development, and she's with, I think, community service, and I don't know who he's with, and this is Channel 4 News, and right back over here you don't see his Officer Z Board is standing right back here over to the left off the film. You don't see him. He's standing over here, and he sees the whole thing clearly, okay? He's right up front and sees it. Not one person in this whole room can come forward and say they saw me create a disturbance. Now this is what is getting me. Not one person can come forth and say it. Not one person will come forth and say they did not see me. They won't say that either. The woman sitting next to me works with Gyna right here. You see the top of her head. She's with Gyna. She will not say anything. These people will not answer and not say anything. They're right in front. And she will not respond. And she will not respond. Okay, so not one will say anything. They can't say, and, you know, if I was creating a disturbance, I grant you, these people here would be saying, yes, I saw him create a disturbance. They'd have no problem doing it. I believe every one of them would have no problem saying, yes, I saw him create a disturbance. But I did not create a disturbance, I believe, 100%, and I don't believe there's any evidence to prove that I did. But yet, I've been penalized, and it's cost me $1,000. Okay, we'll go a little bit further. And this is what Gyna talked. Now, right here, we want to stop. You notice right here? Gyna raises up her arm with the camera in it right here. Now, she's not filming. This woman's filming. Gyna's not filming. Also, the only two things Gyna could be doing right now is either sending a command. This is a signal. This is a command for the police to come in now and do their thing. This is not because of something happening. This is using the police personally as her own force. So, but that's what I say she's doing right here. Now, in a court of law, I guess they could say, well, she's just stretching her arm. She's just raising her arm to stretch her arm, that's all. And that might be possible. Maybe she's got a cramp in that arm, wants to raise it up here with the camera in it and stretch her arm. But, ironically, it is at the same time, here comes Officer Hired. You cannot reach this Sergeant Hired on the East Division. She has, her phone will just ring, no recording, and you cannot make any contact with her. And I've only got one. I had to go to Internal Affairs, and I talked to her, and I have a recording of her. And she's just, I'm not pleased with her at all. Not at all, okay? But watch what happens here as we go on. Now, whoa, right there. What she actually does here, she does actually a little bit of a tap. Not much, just a little bit of a tap. Now this would be okay with me. I'm fine right here, okay? Oh, I forgot to mention one thing too. Let's bring this up right now. Let's see if we can go back just a shot here. Now, I don't see the officer coming, and back here while Gyna had her phone up, look in this room and see if anybody's looking back to signal this officer. I want to know how this officer get her signal to come up here and do this from the back of the room when Officer Z Board's right over here and he's at the front of the room and can see everything. He's not doing anything. So I would really like to know who's signaling her. If Gyna Bibbins with her phone up did not signal this officer to come up, who did? I don't see any heads looking back for an officer. You don't see anybody making any motions calling for one. You don't see anything of it. But here she comes, and what she does, okay, tap and then grab right there. Tap and grab. All she had to do, the tap was fine with me. I have no problem. I have no complaints. At this point, I have no complaints to hear. All she had to do is say, Mr. Willoughby, will you come outside? We need to speak to you. Okay? That would have been fine. I think but that would have been, I would have accepted that. Not necessary, but I'd had no complaint with it, okay? She doesn't do that. I don't get a say here. It's one-sided without any say whatsoever. All of a sudden, here she is. She's got a hold of my arm. And she's going to take me out. And here comes other officers up behind her here. Here they come. Whoa. Now, here comes Officer Z Board right here. This is the officer that writes the report. He says that I was interrupting Gyna Bibbins. Well, in the video you'll see in a little bit, I have an interview with Mr. Board here, who wrote the report. And what my goal is here, I want that report rewritten correctly. That's not true. Gyna Bibbins interrupted this meeting. Her hand up, she's interrupting. This woman over here is the one that's in charge, not Gyna at this point. Okay? And I did not interrupt Gyna Bibbins. She was not speaking. She was not doing anything. But here comes Officer Z Board across. And right here, he comes in and takes a hold of my arm too. And right here, I'm also saying I have to let go of my arm. It's not necessary. It's not necessary to have me on both arms, but they had to make the scene, to make the show that I'm disrupted. And then they prance me out here. Right on around here is what they do. They take me right around, one on each arm, holding me as if I was just uncontrollable or something. So did you see anything there that warranted that? I appreciate you letting me know. And we'll go to another video here.
What grounds was I removed from that room in there for?
On the public proceeding, and it's a criminal trespass. They want you escorted out off the property. Okay.
Wait a minute. When you say disruption, what was I doing to use that word? Did you see me do something wrong? Did you see me doing something wrong, sir?
It's a disruption, sir.
I'm asking you, sir, did you see me?
Okay, I can't, I'm not going to go.
You did not see me doing that?
I'm not going to do anything back and forth.